know what's up? Wee. Makai, hi.
Okay, bye. Thank you, guys. You can go. You can go now. I don't often get to travel with my family, and I love it. My wife's somewhere here, and I have 2 other kiddos. But if we put the screens up, Radiance Foundation is the organization we founded. Come and see our exhibit table, all kinds of great shirts, and great fact sheets. It's all free, stickers, and you know, like the sticker here, it says, smile, you weren't aborted, that kind of thing. Yes, at the Women's March, it's interesting, people celebrating abortion, it's kind of like the people who celebrated slavery weren't enslaved. The people that celebrate abortion weren't aborted. Kind of goes like that. So I'm going to talk to you about being a factivist, but before I do that, I just want to give you an idea of why I am pro-life. This is my family. I have 6 brothers, 6 sisters. This is our entire family. Just my brothers, my sisters, their children, their spouses, and my parents. It's 62 people in that picture, people. This is a picture of what unwanted looks like, okay? Unwanted is a lie. My parents shattered that myth. And because of the courage of my birth mom, I'm able to be all the things that I am today by the grace of God. And one of the things that I love being is a factivist. Say it with me. Factivist. Factivist. Say less activism. Less activism. More factivism. More factivism. That's what I'm all about. Let's go to that next.
Planned Parenthood does not at all profit from fetal tissue donation.
Planned Parenthood has been involved in selling the body parts of the babies that they abort for decades now at this point.
Anybody up in here a factivist? Yeah. All right. Look, we have enough of fake news all around us, pumping us with all kinds of propaganda. Anybody ever read mainstream media, you know that you've encountered fake news. In fact, Facebook and Twitter were talking about how they want to cut down on fake news. I'm like, I got a suggestion. Here's a handful of organizations you can start filtering out all kinds of fake news. In fact, these are the same organizations that won't be covering the march tomorrow, but they were sure to cover the Women's March all day. Fake news. This is what they're all about. In fact, I love what Cecile Richards is the current president of Planned Parenthood. She is a $1 million a year abortion mogul who also can experience transformation and change. Let's keep that in mind. But she says abortion, I love this, on MSNBC, she said abortion is a settled issue. Really? Are we wasting our time in this room? No. Are the hundreds of thousands who show up tomorrow going to be wasting their time? No. Absolutely not. But let me give you an example of how they talk about it in settled news. Look, most Americans don't want Roe v. Wade overturned. In fact, they have now been on Twitter and Facebook and all kinds of social networks. They're talking about how, look, 7 in 10 don't want to overturn Roe. Has anyone seen that? 7 in 10 want to keep Roe the way it is. This is, I love this. This is all about, well, if news journalists actually uncover the most basic facts. Let's go to the next slide, because this is the actual poll that they're citing from, saying that 7 in 10 don't want to overturn Roe. But what they missed was the question where it says, do you approve or disapprove the Roe versus Wade U.S. Supreme Court decision? If you don't know enough about this to have an opinion, please just say so. 41% of those polled had no idea what Roe v. Wade was. So what does it matter that 7 to 10 don't want to overturn when they don't even know what it is? 41%. Facts. In fact, Planned Parenthood, they never get challenged on anything they ever say. They go on mainstream media and journalists just fawn over them. In fact, when you go to factcheck.org, it says, well, Planned Parenthood said, oh, must be a fact. Planned Parenthood lies about everything, but particularly with the whole defunding right now. Anybody in favor of defunding Planned Parenthood? Let me hear it. Yes, hashtag defund PP, yes. They not only can be defunded, they can be replaced, but they're always trying to show how important they are, how needed they are, how so many women in the United States need Planned Parenthood. Just so you know, 0.8%, actually less than 0.8% of the American population is served by Planned Parenthood. And this is one of their most common lies. It's called the 1 in 5 lie.
Hey!
women in this country depend on Planned Parenthood for health care, more than 2.5 million people every single year.
Yes, people. I'm not going to go there. Planned Parenthood will always talk about, well, abortion's only 3% of our services. Look at all the other great things we do. And now for a mainstream media journalist, that would mean, yes, let's just report on what Planned Parenthood says. What I like to do, what the Radiance Foundation does, in fact, if you go to radiance.life, you can see all of our news articles and all this information, great memes to share and videos. But this particular fact sheet, which is at our exhibit table, grab a copy of this. Let's look at those services. Breast cancer screenings at Planned Parenthood over the last, oh, actually since Cecile Richards has taken the presidentship there. But in the last 5 years, breast cancer screenings have dropped 51.3%. Pap tests have dropped 64.7%. You don't hear them talking about that at the Women's March. Prenatal care down 44%. Prenatal care barely even exists. And I don't know if any of you have seen the newest live action video on prenatal care. It's awesome. Go to Facebook, look at it, because they called, I believe, 97 centers. And out of 97, do you know how many of those centers actually provided prenatal care? Just throw a number out there. 5. Close. 5. Yes. Somebody got it over here. 5 out of the 97, because prenatal care is not what they do. Abortion is what they do. HPV treatments down 37%. Even the STD treatments and testing that they talk about all the time, they're even down 1.4%. This is who and what they are. Less care, no matter what. Now this, how do I even begin talking about this? This is a tweet from Planned Parenthood. You've all probably heard hashtag Black Lives Matter, right? Anybody in here not breathing? Because that's pretty much the only way you could not have heard of this movement. This is a tweet from Cecile Richards, president of Planned Parenthood, who's paid about $1 million a year, mostly from our tax dollars. This is what she had to say on Twitter. Quote, "Everyone must own the responsibility we have as a nation to stand against the violence being done to black people in America. There are no words adequate to express the outrage and grief. Stop killing black people." Are you kidding me? Planned Parenthood is the leading killer of unarmed black lives. According to the Washington Post, in 2015, 258 black lives were killed by police, whether justified or not. Nearly 500 white people, by the way, were killed by police, whether justified or not. 79% of all those individuals were armed with a deadly weapon, just so you know. That's factivism. You know how many people, unarmed black lives, Planned Parenthood kills? In a day, 266. So you want to talk about systemic racism? Yes. Let's talk about systemic racism. Let's talk about how, next slide, let's talk about how more black babies are aborted than born alive in the home of Planned Parenthood, New York City. For every 1,000 that are born alive, 1,101 are aborted. The only demographic that has more induced deaths than births. And they call this reproductive justice. Abortion, no matter the race, no matter the ethnicity, is a tragedy. But you don't call the killing of innocent human life reproductive justice. And if you want to talk about Black Lives Matter, yes, I want to talk about Black Lives Matter. Because the only reason that Black Lives Matter is that all lives matter in and out of the womb. Amen? Every human life has purpose, planned or unplanned, able or differently able, red, yellow, black, or white. The whole reason why I'm able to stand here is because I had a courageous birth mom who proved that she was stronger than her circumstances.
Circumstance, you gave my life.
awesome. And if you don't know that personally, hopefully you will. I want to invite you tonight. We have these shirts saying End Abortion Now, One Voice DC. We're having a prayer and worship event in here tonight from 7 till 9:30. Everybody is welcome. It's non-denominational, open to all, because we believe that the best weapon against evil is first and foremost prayer. So join us tonight in powerful prayer and worship. And we have to remember, as pro-life activists, it's not emotions. Emotions never set us free. Truth sets us free. God bless you guys.